In less than 30 days from right now, Dfinity is planning for a special announcement. I am not joking. It's not even according to me. It's not something I discovered myself. Literally, Pierre, who is the chief business officer of Dfinity, announced this. Because did you know that he recently made a post on X saying July waitlist? He mentioned cloud engines. He mentioned caffeine. Of course, he's talking about caffeine AI. He talked about OIC. He talked about multi-dex. And he talked about Swiss subnet. But below that, he says, plus a special announcement by the end of the month. Wow. What could it be? We don't really know as of right now, but I'll get into the hypothetical possibilities in today's video, even though nothing I say is financial advice and I'm not telling anyone to do anything. But if we take a look at that right there, what could that be, right? What could this special announcement be? Well, it could either be a massive partnership announcement, or maybe they're planning to launch a new product. That could be the case as well. Now, I'm leaning more towards either a partnership or a product launch. Really, beyond that, what is Dfinity going to do? I mean, maybe they could try to make a proposal to improve the tokenomics, but there's already something kind of done about that already. As of late, take a look at Mission 70, a strategic plan supposedly to cut the internet computer inflation by up to 70% by the end of this year. So they've already done that. So I'm not leaning towards a change in tokenomics, even though that could be a hypothetical possibility, but I'm more so leaning towards either a new product launch or a new partnership announcement. We'll wait and see though. But nonetheless, we take a look at what they've done so far. Again, right, cloud engines, that's so massive. Keep in mind, through cloud engines, Dfinity is focused on the cloud market. The cloud market currently is worth around $1 trillion. So that's really massive. We've already seen the demo, right, the demonstration when it comes to cloud engines. We haven't seen the full-on launch yet. But again, that seems pretty impressive. Now, not to mention, we take a look at Caffeine AI. Now, this is already up and running. It's not a concept. It's not like that. It's already up and running. There's already version 3, as a matter of fact. So that's pretty impressive. Caffeine AI is a self-running apps platform. So it's basically like, for instance, you know, this somewhat chat GPT thing, but then it's like for app creation. It's more so centered towards that, in a sense where when it comes to Caffeine AI, it could be like, oh, you know, try to make me an app that does this or does that, and it could try to do that for me. So that's kind of the concept of it. And then we take a look at the Caffeine AI marketplace where, you know, I can remix other apps there. So let's say an app is published on the marketplace, I can try to remix it, right? In a sense where I could try to improve it or make tweaks to it or something like that. So that's pretty impressive as well. So that concept right there, it's already up and running when it comes to Caffeine AI. But that's pretty impressive. Now we take a look at OIC. There's already version 2, by the way. So that's pretty impressive. And then we take a look at multi-dex. Now multi-dex is their upcoming dex, right? It's their upcoming exchange that's hypothetically decentralized, basically. Now, why could this matter? Well, it's because through this, they're going to be competing with some big players out there. I'm not joking. Take a look at Pancake, take a look at Uni, you know, we take a look at just a bunch of other dexes out there. If it's a dex, multi-dex, it's going to be attempting to compete with those. Now, will they succeed? It's tough to say as of right now. We don't really know because a lot of other projects out there, sure, they launch a dex, but sometimes it doesn't really work out. Sometimes it does, so we'll wait and see. But at least the concept is there, right? Now, some people like to say, well, why call it multi-dex? Why not call it something else? But the name actually kind of makes sense if I think about it, because multi-dex is allegedly going to be multi-chain, right? So multiple chains. So it makes sense why the name is multi-dex. It literally explains itself in the name. So yeah, it makes sense in my opinion. Maybe they could have been a little bit more creative in terms of naming it something else. But hey, you know, if they want to name it multi-dex, it does more so fit into their utility vibes, right? And in terms of their no-nonsense sort of approach where they want things to be a little bit more, I guess, useful and stuff like this. So it kind of leans towards that. But also some people may argue that, hey, you know what? Why did they call Caffeine AI Caffeine AI? Like, why not call it just useful AI or something? Who knows? But yeah, it's debatable. I don't know why they chose something creative for Caffeine AI, but then for multi-dex, they came up with a more sort of simple approach. But hey, you know, if it's multi-chain and it's a dex, I don't see anything wrong with calling it multi-dex. But yeah, besides that point, we're still waiting on that. We'll wait and see what happens. We haven't seen the full-on launch yet, but supposedly soon they're going to be launching kind of the testing mode, so to speak, right? They call it the game mode, but it's more so like a testing mode. But yeah, besides that. Now we take a look at Swiss subnet. That was pretty cool as well. But again, the real McCoy here, the real deal is going to be a special announcement by the end of the month. Again, I'm leaning towards either a massive partnership announcement or a new product launch. But also, maybe it's an update for Caffeine AI. Maybe they announce version 4, who knows? Or maybe they announce OEC version 3, right? I mean, we don't know. Or maybe they announce something in regard to cloud engines. That could also be a possibility. But again, I'm more so kind of leaning towards either a partnership announcement or maybe, let's say, a new product launch. But if they don't do any of that, again, who even really knows at this point? But I'm just taking a look at the hypothetical possibilities here based off of what I've seen Dfinity has done so far. But even besides that as well, people like to say, but, well, despite this, the internet computer is only at around $2.30. Well, yeah, but we have to consider this type of stuff goes far beyond the price charts, right? I mean, if they do announce something by the end of this month, if let's say it's a new product launch or a new partnership, that is usually the type of stuff that could affect this project for many years to come. It's not necessarily going to be like, oh, something that affects the price charts instantly or something. That's typically not how it works. And again, no matter what they launch, no matter what they do, if the market isn't doing the best, simply the price charts aren't going to do anything. But it doesn't mean that it won't matter later on, because usually if the market were to take off, this type of stuff does matter. That's just my perspective. Let's take a look at, for instance, Cardano's native token called ADA. It took off in 2021, right? But the thing is, when it comes to Cardano, it kept on building years prior to that. So eventually when that wave really came in, it was better equipped, it was better prepared, and it was in a position to actually catch the wave later. So when it comes to the internet computer, it has to be improved on as of right now. Dfinity, they need to launch more products. They need to work on their existing products and also continue to innovate, which clearly they seem to be doing as of right now. Those are the type of things that are going to matter later on moving forward, eventually, if maybe hypothetically the market were to recover. We've seen it historically in the past with Cardano and many other projects, so I don't see why it'd be any different here. They need to lay down the groundwork first to prepare for what's coming maybe later. So this is not a bad thing. Again, I'll be sure to keep everyone posted though as to what they actually announce by the end of this month. It really depends as of right now, but hey, if it's a new partnership, if it's a new product launch, wouldn't surprise me whatsoever. Maybe a change in tokenomics, who knows? Or maybe even an upgrade to their already existing products, right? Like Caffeine AI or something like that, or OEC. Maybe they launch OEC version 3 or Caffeine AI version 4. Yeah, again, we'll wait and see, but I'll be sure to keep everyone updated when it comes to that. I'm not telling anyone to do anything though, but I'm still waiting as of right now. I'm still holding, but there's really nothing else I can do beyond that. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all have a very amazing and wonderful day. It's Willie the Captain. I'm out. Peace. Bye.